Namaste, Jai Bharat. I would like to speak about a book which I regard as the mother of all books. The mother of all books, the Rig Veda, that is the first ever created book of mankind. I don't say written because it was written much after its coming into existence, because we had this tradition of Shruti and Smriti where orally things used to remain and get transmitted. And usually much later they got written in language in the sense scripts, in the Devanagari script. So Rigveda I call as the mother of all books, and unlike what people mostly consider, it's not a religious book but to say, because when you speak of religious books you have a different kind of concept. When I say something is a religious book, you have an understanding, but then Rigveda defies all those such understandings. It's not a religious book. Actually, when you look at Rigveda, you find it's simply a knowledge book, knowledge text, which discusses various aspects of every nook and corner of the cosmos. It discusses various aspects. It is a method of saying, not in a very explicit manner. The Sanskrit language has got a character. It compresses knowledge into the minimum possible words and sentences. It's compressed version of knowledge, compressed into one or two lines, and that's what makes it a mantra. Mantra means compressed knowledge in minimum possible words. And that precisely is Rig Veda in a more serious manner, more concentric manner than what normally Sanskrit does. That's what makes the Vedic Sanskrit slightly higher or different from the common spoken language because of its intensity and its concentric character. Basically, Sanskrit has the habit of concentrating things into minimum language, minimum words, but here it is much more intensely concentrated, and so the language of Vedas becomes different, slightly different from the normal used spoken Sanskrit language. So what makes Rig Veda the mother of all text? You see, how it begins and how it ends. These 2 points is sufficient for you to see. It has 10 chapters, and each chapter is called as mandalas, and the verses are called as suktas. They're not simply verses, but they're called as suktas, compressed knowledge. Now, 10 chapters, that means 10 mandalas. It begins by speaking about rituals. Agni Purohita talks about Hotaram, the Purohita, the priest, or the person who does Agnihotra, is Hotaram. It starts speaking from that, then discusses various things. It talks about the Vak Sukta, it talks about an Asadiya Sukta, it talks about creation, and it also gives us much insights into our existence. For example, Ano Bhadra Kradavo Yanta Vishvata. That means whatever is positive, whatever is knowledge, no matter from where, no matter by whom, if it is knowledge, real knowledge, then let's welcome it, let it come. Let all good things be welcome. Now that positive attitude towards knowing is one thing. Then another interesting thing which Rig Veda says is, I'm just passing through, I'm talking about a very complex text, I'm just passing through. It says, another thing is that Egam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadandi. The truth is only one. Truth is only one. Scholars speak about it in their own manner, different manner, their own manner. But nonetheless, the truth remains one. This is another expression of Rig Veda. Then many such expressions are there from Rig Veda. It takes a long time if I speak about all. But then I would like to speak about the concluding last sukta of Rig Veda, which understands the nature's nature as multiple and plural. The nature's nature itself is multiple and plural. There is no blade of grass like that. There is no blade of grass similar, same as another one of past, present, and also future. So each blade of grass in the cosmos is unique. Similar is a characteristics of the plurality of nature, multiplicity and plurality. And this multiplicity and plurality not only runs into nature, it also runs into human existence. Human beings are also like that. You look at the faces of people, there is no face ditto, including twins. There is no face ditto. Each one is unique. Each face is unique. So that itself tells you the nature of nature. Now, this reality was comprehended, understood, and put into practice by the Vedic scholars that multiplicity and plurality is the real character, nature of nature. Saying that, then at the end, the Rg Veda says, this is what I'm more interested in. Sangachatum samvadatam. See, you be together. You should have one thought. You should have one expression. You should be together in your thinking, doing, acting, in whatever you are. You should be together. And once you're together, then united you are. Then you will continue going from strength to strength. You will continue going from strength to strength. See, with all those things, however it started, whichever knowledge area which it had traveled through, finally Rg Veda concludes saying that be united, be together. And that is what really is going to make you progress or go forward in time. And this kind of a book, what else you need to call it as mother of all texts or mother of all books. You don't need anything more to call this Rg Veda as the mother of all books. So I call it as the mother of all books. Nice, interesting. Now, so there are other Vedas after Rig Veda, but nonetheless, this is a prime Veda. Others are an extension of Rig Veda for various reasons, various multiples. So let's give our respect to Rig Veda, which is the mother of all texts. We shall see with some other thoughts. Till then, it's Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.